Hey guys, welcome back. So we're just going to continue with where we got off to, or where we finished up last time, which happens to be week 52 of 2023. So I'm hoping that this doesn't reveal anything. I just tried it a minute ago, my bloody internet crashed. So let's try it. Okay, cool. It's revealed a tiny bit, but don't worry about it. Bar replay, go to the end. There we are. So I'm just going to put this in to show where the end of the week is, where the start of the week is. And what we will do real quickly is we're just going to go through the rules for everybody. So anyone who's new, stick around for this bit. If you're not new, you might want to skip it. We'll just do 2 or 3 minutes. So the way which we trade is simply zone to zone. All right, so we're just going to pretend that these are H4 zones on the charts. We used the 15 minutes and the 4 hours, and we used the daily and the weekly for confluence. So we look at the 15-minute predominantly. We're going to pretend that the market is trending down, reacts into a zone, or creates a zone, creates an order block. Price starts working its way down, and when we get to the next point of interest, which is going to be on the H4, which is usually just another, in this instance it would be a demand zone, so it might just be an opposite candle, could be an order block or whatever on the H4. Well, what we're looking for is either, chock to occur on the M15 and start working our way up to, either the same time frame order block or the next time frame order block, or for us to be able to break through this area, preferably on the H4, doesn't always have to be, pull back and go and then retest. Okay, so there's only really 2 sort of entries which we're looking at. We're either looking at a continuation trade, which is simply this, because that's literally how the market moves. It goes up, down, up, down, up. Simple as that. And vice versa, if we're going to be going the opposite direction like that, or in a potential a point of interest, a reversal area like a H4 POI, we're looking ideally, not always, but ideally for chock, which is a higher high, higher low, higher high, and then a break of that recent higher low. And then vice versa, the other way, really simple, just that. Okay, so really, really simple. Alternatively, we can look for pin bars, we can look at opposite candle rejections. There's quite a few things which we can use to see that a reversal is potentially on, as well as price action. But generally, what I show you on YouTube is just the raw basics of the strategy. So it's just using structure more than anything, and a bit of common sense. But in here, it's not a case of me versus the market. It's just what does this strategy provide to us on a weekly basis. And so far, it's been good. And I am kind of dreading doing January 2024 because personally, I did really badly. The strategy didn't look like it did so well either. But it may be a first for us to see on YouTube that we might actually get a losing week. So we'll see. I am going to tidy these up at a later date, but this is what we got from the last video. There was one shouted out on YouTube, I think, where there was a potential trade which I'm not sure whether or not I would have taken in real life. And I can't find where it was, but it was an inside bar, possibly this one, on whether or not I would have taken it. Maybe, maybe not. Personal account, yes, because it's an inside bar and it's fairly obvious that, on the H4 at this stage we'd moved, I think. But on a personal account, yes. On a prop firm account, probably not. So only take super clean stuff on the prop firm accounts, but on personal account, I'll take a hell of a lot more risk. So anyway, let's crack on with the video and just get started. First of all, what we are going to do though is we're just going to double check where we are with the weekly. Okay, so as always, we just start from the top time frame going down. Okay, so top down, market's going down, pulling back, back that way, back on the pullback. So boss is going to be down here, chock is going to be up there. Let's just double check. Yes. Also, points of interest, that's a weekly POI up here. Let me see if we've got it. We've already got it. Any below, we've already mitigated, and that's about it. So nothing really much for an update on the weekly. We're just going to check the daily now. So daily chopped right there, boss, 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 chock, boss down here, chock up here, and as it's only a wick break, chock will now move to there. So there's the change in the strategy. So let's have a quick look. Yes, okay, so it's not been updated. Daily boss. Oh, had I got that wrong? I think daily boss is down here. And therefore chock is down here. So that was chock, boss, 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 boss. Boss will go up there, chock there. Therefore this will be boss, that would be chock, and yeah, okay. So it looks like it was upside down. Anyway, that's why we go through and we backtest and we double check everything. I don't think I'd made a mistake over... okay. So if that was chock of the main structure, sorry, I'm just doing the markups quickly. Chock, yeah. Okay, it was wrong. So what we've got is the weekly is down, the daily is down. I think I've got it wrong anyway, or I had it wrong. So I can update that. And then we're just now going to check for the order blocks or points of interest at the very least, possibly one up here, probably the inside bar there, maybe this as well. So I'm just going to get these drawn on. And the reason why we're doing these is that on the higher time frame, price tries to target those higher time frames. Oh, there we go. I've already got the inside bar and that and that. Okay, cool. So the positive, well, one of the positives with this strategy is you can literally mark out the charts quite often months in advance. You know, our points of interest don't really change. The thing is that price on a lower time frame, when it reaches one of these higher time frames, it tends to react. At least half the time you're going to get a reaction. Sometimes the reaction is only minor, but that's fine because if we're entering on a lower time frame, great. Okay, there's probably 10R which we could make out of it, but you don't always get that reversal. Now I will talk to you as we approach these zones what it is that I'm looking for, and it'll make sense because otherwise this bit of the video will go on forever. So let's just crack on with the H4. Where are we up to? Sorry about all this, I will tidy it up in a bit. But these lines have definitely moved, so we did boss upwards, so that's where boss is, and I just need to check the charts. We have a chock right there. Okay, so H4 chock has also moved. All right, so I don't really use these lines on my personal charts. I just don't need them. I don't really pay attention to them, and same with these 15 lines as well. So you'll see as I use them, I just leave them in place, kind of more so by accident than anything else. So, you know, forgive me if it gets a little bit confusing, but the more you listen to what I say and why I'm saying it, the more it will start making sense. So what we're looking at, H4 is up. So we got weekly down, daily down. Let me check that again. Yep. So weekly is down, the daily is down. Does that look like it's down? Yeah, because we chopped right there. Okay, cool. Yeah, that is correct. And we'd only chopped with a wick. Okay, right. Yeah. So daily is down, weekly is down, which means even though that the H4 is temporarily up at the moment, we know that we are potentially just about to get smashed by something on the higher time frame. So if we approach one of these higher time frame POIs, we're looking to potentially get short. Okay, so just going to look left. Is there anything on the H4 that we are likely to run into? And I think yes, over here. Right, that's sorted. So yeah, have we reacted already? Looks like we might have done. Yeah, we've reacted from one there, and there's another one there. So any targets really at the moment are going to be between here and possibly there, but likely here. Okay, so if we get in any longs, we're kind of targeting that. If we're getting into any shorts, we're targeting this. Okay, so we tried to keep it really simple. You go to zone, you use boss and chock as a bit of a confluence, but there are 16, I think, confluences. Therefore, yes, it can be a little bit complicated, but it is literally just how the market works. So, you know, these markets were not designed for you and me. Okay, they were designed for stock traders. You know, it's really quite simple. We shouldn't really have access to it, but we do, because, you know, we're money makers. What I mean by that is the retail traders are a pool of liquidity. So anyway, let's get going. Oh, by the way, are there any M15s that we want to be getting involved with? So we're thinking at the moment, H4 is going up. So we want to try and mark out particular areas, and I'll tell you why this looks fairly decent. Oh, okay, it did look decent until now, but it's kind of been mitigated. Let me double check how mitigated that this is. And if anyone's wondering, like, why would you take a trade so close to Christmas, and why would you take a trade straight off, you know, on Sunday night? Sunday night is often a massive runner. So I quite often, and I do it live in the Discord group, I love the Sunday night trade. I will always try to take a trade on the Sunday night, because on a trending week, it's quite often the high or the low of the week. It normally happens around about midnight UK time. So I'll always try and get a trade on. Problem is that if this is mitigated more than, oh, it's not. Sorry, what was I doing? Why is that there? There, okay, it's not mitigated. Sorry, I don't know what I was talking about there, but that would be the first trade. Okay, so try and get long from here. Okay, there's one. I'm only really looking at taking longs. A little bit nervous of this up here, so I'm going to mark it out as a POI, but it's not particularly great. Because if I took that, I would be counter trend to the H4, and I don't really want to do that. Even though I do it in real life sometimes, it's not really the smartest thing in the world to do. But looks like what we want is pullback, that, go, and then possibly up to here. All right, so, and yes, in case you're wondering, we did trade this week. When it came to Christmas Day, nothing. Sunday night, I think that the market's opened for like an hour or so. We'll find out now. I was just trying to reveal it there on the bottom. Yeah, so Christmas Day, we're going to skip over this day because the market was not open. That would have been our entry, but it's purely spreads. It's not real trading. And then into Tuesday. Oh, okay. Let me come back to this. We're going to go back a little bit. Tuesday open, so Monday, write off, Sunday, write off. This is the entry that we would have wanted, but obviously you can't get into it because spreads would have been wild, so unfortunately, no trade. And by the way, if I see a trade in hindsight, I will mark it up. So, you know, it's not a case of me backtesting in terms of trying to beat the strategy or anything like that. It's just a case of, I just want to show you what the strategy actually is capable of, and it is capable of so much more than, well, it seems like anybody else, to be honest with you, which sounds cocky, but it's just the way that it is. So yeah, I quite like that trade. So that one, which came from the previous week, I'm just gonna remove that because it's gonna be confusing. This one, however, came from the last opposite candle before the start of the week, which seems to be, well, it started on Tuesday. So we will be in this trade now. Okay, so in that trade, 9 AM, quite easy. The London session didn't sweep liquidity, so it's come down to grab liquidity. I know this because I used to be a London breakout trader exclusively. So let's get that going. First target. So just so you know with targets, first target would be here. So the nearest swing on the same time frame. Obviously it's only a 2.2, so it wouldn't work for me. I would have to manipulate it to make it go off the 0.5. Still, it's not enough for me. So not particularly great. Wouldn't look to take profits off the first bit anyway. Next one is higher time frame boss or chock. And then next one is just the next POI, which is going to be up there, which can look a little bit mental to a lot of traders. It's 1 to 11 right there. Okay, so get into that trade and see where we're going. Let me get in a little bit closer. Okay, so low, push up, doesn't matter so much what the M15 is doing. That was flagged in the group that I say that quite often. Don't worry too much about the M15 and the direction of the M15. It just really doesn't matter. So internally to this structure here, we've got a chock which is formed right there. So we can still look to get long, and me being me, I like my inside bars. There's another one here. So I'm just going to shrink this up. We're in that trade. I'm going to shrink that up as well. Sorry, just accidentally clicked the space bar and jumped to the next currency pair, which wasn't helpful. So, and I've got a really bad cough at the moment, which is a nuisance. That's a shame. Rebalance. Might come back to it. Also, break. We've got another. It's only with a wick, so this is just checking it. Yeah, I was just about to say if we get a decent body break, then we can really go for it. So this also would be an order block to go for. I'll get rid of the red box because that might get confusing. And any reaction off of this is probably going to be short term if we do get a reaction. Which in my luck we will get. Or, well, that's probably the reaction. Man, okay, cool. It's quite a few. So I'd said to the guys in FTR, don't trade this week. You know, historically it's just been very quiet. There's no liquidity in the market, which means that the spreads can be mad and the market can like move significantly. But everyone was trading. Everyone was trading. We didn't take any time off. We might as well just have taken January off from memory. Yeah, so anyway, pushing up, getting a reaction. We've got essentially chock on the M15 right here if we want to start getting short. Wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but can do. It's the extreme. It'd be counter trend, but it'd be pro trend to the higher time frames. But it's not actually reacting from a higher time frame POI, I don't think. It might be something on the daily, come to think of it. Right here, maybe. But if that's an H4, I wouldn't sweat it. Sorry, I keep pressing the bloody spacebar and the chart keeps on jumping down to AU, which is a pair which we're going to be providing as part of our markup service, which will be released in March, I want to say. Because why not? We'll do the hard work, you just punch in the trades. Easy. Here we go. So yeah, that's where we got to before. Sorry, so yeah, it's where I'd press the spacebar and had to go back again. So here we go, coming through, just not particularly good. Still, I would be moving this along. Although we have passed through here. So yeah, there's that. And then what we have, we've got a inside bar here, which again I like the look of. It's not been, I'm just gonna say, has it been kind of tricky, kind of weird, but probably right. We're just looking for an entry now, so just to get long right here, hopefully. I'll try not to click too fast because I've got a nasty habit of doing that. Just think we got M15 boss to go. Or if we break down from here, just going to check the times. Okay, yeah, so H4, that would be an H4 high, which means we can essentially, I'm going to go back so I can move the H4, bring it up to speed. There we go, H4 can go there, which means that we've also got the, or have we? Yeah, we got H4 chock moving to there. Okay, so we're working our way up, likely to up here. Which means that trade, which we, hold on. Did we get into this and I didn't even realise? Yeah, we did. Okay, that's mad. I didn't even realise that we got into this. Or maybe I did, but I forgot to finish it off. Sorry about that. So yeah, target's going to be up there. So yeah, oh, of course, yeah, I remember. You guys are watching this thinking, you only did that a minute ago, but I've just had a 15-minute break. So yeah, I completely forgot. I just have a really bad throat, so I'm coughing in the middle of sentences and it's doing my absolute nut in. Right, so just going to keep on going. Bring your wick down. Oh, oh. Hey, we're in. Not looking good. We're out. So -1 right there. I'll put that on as we go through. So I'll just put that there, do the little X. So -1. Now H4 is only just bossed. Gonna see if it's in the middle of something important. Because if it is, then we can start looking for shorts. And it's not. It's in the middle of nowhere. Pretty much up there. So if it's reacted to a wick, I don't care. Alright, not going to reveal too much, I don't think, so I'm just going to go look at the H4. Okay, just a wick there. Wicks get run, so. Right. Let's go. Okay, let's move these out of the way. We've essentially chopped back up on the M15. Okay, so chocker goes there. Therefore, even though it's quite quick, there's an order block here. We didn't get a tap off of there. If we get a tap on this, then I'll do it. If not, then don't worry. That's going without us now. Or not. That's fairly decent. Would that have come off? Nope, wouldn't have got tagged. But anyway, get a break of that. Even a break of this is fine. But get a break of that and come back down, tap that. That'd be quite cool. Wouldn't mind doing that as a trade. But we shall see, I reckon. Oh, great. -1. Right, so let me just put that on the lowest point. Yep, so that's -1 as well. Feels like a while since I've started off a video with a win. Well, here's 2 losses in a row. That's still valid. This is still valid at the moment. Let's keep going. Oh, right, would you look at that? Great. Oh, okay, it's a wick, so maybe. Doing all right. That inside bar has been clearly taken by this, so I'm not interested in that, by the way. I want to check the time of day. It's not great. I wanted to say that there's a trade here as well. It's got the imbalance, it's got a sweep, it's got mitigation, but we don't have strength to the up. Well, yes, it's moving up, but we don't have a convincing break to the upside with a body break. But using boss, it's absolutely fine, just kind of going upwards. So you've got another possible, a maybe trade, I guess, there. And if it comes in, we'll tag in. If it goes through, we'll tag out. So in real life right now, you would cancel that order, you know, because our entry would be off of here. Okay, so that would be our entry. Target is still going to be up here. Yeah, you'd be cancelling that. That's why. I'm not doing too well. Maybe I'm just not on form. 3 in a row. But we're in that one, which I forgot about. So probably not doing too bad. Plus like 6 maybe. So 8. Yeah, we're kind of floating at plus 5-ish. So yeah, let's just keep on going. I'm going to try not to talk so much. Unless the talking's helpful. Let me know in the comments if the talking's helpful or if it's just the ramblings of an idiot. Alright, so we're into the next zone. This one took profit. Plus 11. Alright, so I encourage everybody just to take all the order blocks on the way up until it starts chocking mid-range, and then kind of sit back, reassess, think, am I doing the right thing? I'll just go from there. Now, to get a reversal, it's an H4 zone. It's quite late. It's an H4 zone. I want to get a mitigation of the halfway point and get chock. Not really getting it. Got it. So got the halfway point. Want to get chock if I can. So I'll bring these back in. It's only really where I would use the M15. So I've normally got alerts set on these, but there is no chock. Where is it? Kind of here, like a soft chock. That's like an internal. Definitely say that's down there, but then we got wicked. It's probably there. Not great. Probably like an internal. Probably use this little swing as an internal, to be fair. Okay, wick break, not good. Thought we were going to chop back up, pass through the area. Nope. Thought we were going to press down then, so okay. This is fairly surprising. Getting on to the 28th of December. We've kind of chopped down again internally, just. So that's only internal. Okay, no. So I was considering taking a trade off of this, but we haven't actually had chock at the point where we need it to in the H4. I think I'd be taking a bit of a risk if I took that. There we go, confirmed. There we go, we've now kind of internally again chopped back up. So we could take a trade off that last candle. Pretty much. Oh, would you look at that? Almost a break, not quite a break. This is looking more appealing because there's nothing here. Kind of a rebalance, a few candles on. Although we got the sweep, the attempted press down, the push up. This might be rebalanced, not particularly strong. I'm gonna say no to this one. Considering what confidence is, it's now just a double top. Oh, actually, which means that price should come back up here. It has been rebalanced. We have swept, but then there's a ton of imbalance the other side. Okay, so I'm not particularly fussed on that one. I'm not going to take it. Somebody asked in the comments earlier, so on the last video that I did, to explain imbalances a little bit better. So let's have a quick look. the imbalance is referring to the low of that wick and the high of this wick. So that's an imbalance of this structure, okay? So the wick had come down to here and pushed up, then all the way down, and then it's pushed up. So the imbalance is calculated between 3 or more candles, okay? So 3 is the minimum that you can get an imbalance of. And all what it is, in my eyes anyway, is when the market has just shifted down in such a pace, not necessarily like a huge pace, because this is an M15, it's not like a 1 minute or a 1 second or a tick chart or anything like that. But essentially there are just so many orders in one direction, there's not many orders going the other way. So if price was to come back up to this, so say it starts going up to there, there shouldn't be, even though we do sometimes get reactions straight from the halfway point, there shouldn't be enough orders to stop a move and send it right back down the other way. So what price tends to do is come up through these imbalances and get involved in the order blocks. Okay, so well, essentially here and here, come in, get its chop formation, retest, go. Okay, so I hope that makes a little bit of sense. Yeah, anyway, just keep on going and see where we end up. Just going to zoom out a little bit. Glad I didn't say get in for that. Alright, looking better. Shock here internally though. If we get a breakup of there, there's an order block going on, or a trade going on, let's say. Oh, what am I doing? So it's only a wick break, so I'm kind of not too fussed on it. We've got imbalance left behind. There's an incentive to come back up here. So if we now end up getting chock is still all the way down here. Where do I put? Oh well. So M15 chock is now there. Okay. If we want to start looking for shorts, or we could go with an internal structure like this. Hope to get a tag back on that. Let's see where we go. As long as it's a body break, then we're going to be all right. Oh, that's a sweep. A sweep, and yeah, just a sweep. So we've got that. I was just about to say there's a potentially one here as well, but it might be mad. I'm probably going mad with the amount of things that we can mark up. We've got the inside bar, I'm going to mark up on that instead. Alright, so that's quite a significant push up. What time of day is it? 9:30? Probably news related. Keep going. Try and get in a tag and get a win. Alright, saved. Not looking great. Gone. Story of my life, that really. Is it January yet? No, it's still December. Oh my days. Righty. Okay. So, not liking that. Yeah, internal. Just double checking this because I actually like taking it from here and there. Yeah, it would be okay. Yeah, it'd be okay. Can that hold? Is that valid? I suppose technically we got a break there and any order block should be from that. But no, I would say that is generally okay. Oh, by the way, got to mark that up as a loss. How many in a row is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry if I've miscounted that. I am falling asleep in my desk. It's not looking like good price action for this trade, but Let me just measure it to see if there's like a minimum target achievement that we can do. There we are. Yes. Okay. Minimum to there. Likely to there. The next one, perhaps? Okay. Pretty sure I just fell asleep with my eyes open then. I'm not sure. Right, how far through are we? Thursday! Oh, this might be a fast video compared to usual. I'm determined now to just click on through. Oh, okay. Fast. So that was chalk on the M15. And we've broken out of the H4. There's an OB left behind. Yeah. Oh, and we shall say that we took that one because it's still valid. Not looking great, but we got that. So plus 6 at the moment, even though it would be hurting. It would be hurting in real life. I hate consecutive losses. I think like everybody else, to be fair. We don't collect them for fun, do we? Gonna get rid of those lines. Okay. Looking good. Let's get that marked up. $5.58 right there, which is pretty decent. There's bound to be something down here. Let me see where we can go. I'm going to have to go back an hour so I don't reveal the H4. See where the H4 demand is. It's going to be in that cluster. Yeah. So it's an H4 OB. Possibility for kind of straight after it. So that's the H4. I think we're good to go. That's if we come down, because we just reacted in the middle of nowhere. Sorry, you can probably hear it in my voice, I'm absolutely shattered. Not feeling very well either. Again. Anyway, we got to there, didn't we? Oh! Ooh, we're an inside bar trade, which I want to take. Oh wow, this is close. So nearly 1 to 5, and I'd like to get a tag in here, please. Just a tag. There we go. Go. Yeah. Finally some luck. Oh, that's left behind another order block. Hasn't it just? Right here. So I'll get that marked up if we head on down. Did we get tagged here? Yes. Oh yeah, sorry, we were trying to figure out the next place, weren't we? So that's the target. So that's 9.42. And then, yeah, okay, cool. And then we got another order block. So we're in this trade, we're waiting for a tag into this, and just work our way down to here. Now, even though this is internal price action, just want to say where I would be looking to get involved. As soon as we get a break of that, I would look for price to press down. So go like that, that, and then go. And get a deeper entry if I can. Okay, so that's pretty decent. Although I'm not looking to place a trade off of, ooh, I don't know. No, I'm not going to place a trade off this because it would be counter trend if I did. Okay, so let's head on through. Oh, no, maybe I should have done. But it's counter trend though, so I'm trying to teach myself to stay out of them. Okay, so that's another minus. This is insane. And if we haven't moved our stop losses, which we shouldn't do, we'd still be in this one, but considering getting out right now, just see what the time is. Yeah, midnight, so this is unreal. I don't think we've had so many losses in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we've only won 11. We're still at +4. Okay, I thought it was a lot worse than that. It just looks bad, doesn't it? One win. If you missed that, you'd be sulking. Let's see if we can recover it. Internal break right there with the inside bar. But don't worry about that just yet. We can certainly take it if we want to. I want to get a break of this before I get involved with this one, but there's certainly a order block right here. Okay, so I'll place this, okay, if we get a break now below here, because that would be where the H4 break is. Looking good so far. Okay. Looking better. Okay. There, nice. Okay. An internal. So it's internal to here. And we got that as an internal. And let's swap that. We've got mitigation. So every possibility that we could have a trade off of this. But every chance that it shoots through this to get to the one above. Alright, don't get to our target before we want to be, hopefully. Oh man. Alright, we're in. Nervous about this. Ah. This has got to be the worst I think I've ever done in backtesting. Please say we're in this one. We've missed it by a whisker. Great. Alright, we're in now. Okay, so we're in that one, which means that I need to put that on a chart. Okay. Alright, there's another order block left behind here now, if we get a break of that. So, oh man, this is not looking good for us. Just getting smashed everywhere. There's another OB. There's an OB right there. Let me clear this up because it's just a little bit messy. There's an OB right here. I want to take it. There's one right here, but I can't really get into it until we got a break of this. I was going to say we missed it anyway, but no. Oh well. Oh, there we are. Oh, frustrating. But take profit. Okay, so we've got to take profit right there. Oops, what did that do? Get off. Oh my days. I just pressed something, I don't even know what it did. Zoomed in, I think. 7.78. Okay, that's better. And that was a loss, wasn't it? I'm not liking this backtesting at all. I'm gonna go back a couple of hours just so I can reveal the charts on the H4. So, oh man, right, okay. So I remember this. All right, I'm not trying to give a hindsight bias. Naturally, sometimes it does happen. So this, I remember now, is the top of the market. All right, so it's basically sell off from here. But there was a lot of confusion as to whether or not we actually got official chock right here on the H4. But given the rest of the price action, we just agreed that it pretty much has. So we're looking at chock below this white candle because we had a push up, a pullback. Obviously there's still space between the highest point here and until we got to there. So obviously you look between the space, you've got this, that's chock. We weren't sure if we class it as internal or main, but the fact that we got that big sell-off and a huge imbalance being formed, and then price came up immediately to get it on the H4, brilliant. But you know, the official chock, like the one which we were certain about, is below here on the H4. All right, so pretty much below there. So after H4 boss had continued up, yeah, that does make sense. So now working down, we've kind of got this. So this will be H4 chock. So price came down. So if we treated that as chock and we got it with a body break, which is good, that means that chock can go at the top, boss down here, boss, pull back, chock goes here, boss goes there. Right, so chock there, boss down the bottom, which means we should be taking shorts. So any longs at the moment, not interested. Want to get a what's it called, an M15 chock beyond the halfway point of the H4. If it goes past and it breaks through here, then we look at the next one, and so on and so forth. Want to check what time of day it is, because I wouldn't mind checking the daily chart. We're already halfway through Friday, so forget it. We'll just keep on going. Just going to click on through. Oh yeah, so that's the one which we missed. I'm hoping that's the one which we just missed. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. So that's where we got the entry, and then a bit of a funny one, bit of a slippery one is this. Because we kind of have mitigated it all with that wick. Feeling not so experimental. It's not typically what I would try to do, so yeah. And I'll tell you what, I will place this line on the chart wherever it is, just to indicate the end of the week, which is right there, so we don't have far to go. Right, so we've got a break below there, which means that we have a M15 right there. We can get short, wide, imbalance right there, which is good. We also have this inside bar forming. We're going to have to choose in a minute what we prefer, if we keep going down, and if we prefer anything. And then there's another one. So you do have to be careful. Okay, we can get rid of the inside bar now, because it's being rebalanced by this one. Sometimes there's multiple POIs or order blocks. I think I've made a video on how to choose the best order block, so I'd recommend watching that if you're a bit unsure. And no tagging towards the end of the week. So let's just do the calculator. This is weak. If you missed that one, or if you missed that one, you'd be sulking. But hey, these things do happen. You know, my worst in a week for quite a while was about -6, something like that. So in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 losses. Oh man. Right, so just doing a super quick edit at the end because I just did the calculations wrong twice. And it's about an hour later doing the edit. I didn't add this as a winner as we went through, even though we got tagged. So I'm just going to add, luckily, another little tick here, which in live trading you wouldn't miss it. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 losses. Okay, so just going to get the calculator. -8. And then we got a plus 10.99 over here. So plus 10.99. So plus 2.99 just with one win. Then we got another win, which was 9.42. So plus 9.42, 12.41, and then we add this one, 7.78. 7.78. Total of 20.19 for the week. So not a horrendous week. 8 losers, 3 winners. It does sometimes work out like that, but as you can see by the way that we trade, it just takes one winner to wipe out all the losers. And if you're fairly consistent, which a lot of the guys are at FTR, you should be able to end up with a positive week pretty much every week. Really good. If you like the video, please do like it, subscribe, comment. It helps your algorithm. It allows people to see how real trading is done rather than these pie in the sky stupid ideas, what you see all over the internet, unfortunately. But at least you can see by doing the back testing and not trying to beat the strategy, that's a real winner. So thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next time.